For generations, Americans believed a simple rule: healthier animals make better products. Brahman cattle seemed to confirm it was built to survive heat, disease, and hard ground. Yet less than 1% of U.S. beef comes from Brahman, while in some markets it sells for nearly twice the price. If strength alone defined quality, this wouldn't be controversial. So why is it? American Brahman cattle didn't originate as a premium quality breed. They were created because they survive where others struggle. Starting in the late 1800s, Indian bows, Indicus cattle such as Gujarat, Gir, Nellore, and Krishna Valley were imported into the southern U.S. because European breeds couldn't handle heat, humidity, insects, or disease. Over decades of selective breeding, ranchers in Texas and Louisiana developed the Brahman as the first beef breed in the U.S., prized for heat tolerance, parasite resistance, and longevity. By 1924, the American Brahman Breeders Association formalized the breed standards that emphasized survival traits, not gourmet meat quality. On paper, cattle transport is measured in miles, hours, and shrink. Brahman cattle perform well by those metrics. They lose less weight, tolerate heat, and arrive standing. That reliability is exactly why they're favored in long hauls. But transport doesn't add quality, it preserves output. Stress, motion, and confinement don't show up in yield reports, yet they shape what arrives at the plant. The system isn't designed to ask whether the animal traveled well, only whether it made it on time, on weight, and within tolerance. Brahman cattle fit that system cleanly. Inside a modern processing plant, everything moves with precision. Lines are clean. Timelines are fixed. Decisions happen fast. But this is not the place where quality is created. It's where quality is revealed. When Brahman cattle enter this system, their strength no longer matters. What matters now is what they carried with them from the ranch: muscle structure, fat patterns, and consistency. Inspectors don't argue with the animal's history. They don't adjust for toughness or reward resilience. They simply record what's there. And in that quiet moment on the rail, many long-held assumptions about better cattle begin to fall apart. And in that quiet moment on the rail, many long-held assumptions about better cattle begin to fall apart. Once hides reach the tannery, the story changes again. Industry data shows that only about 30 to 40% of all cattle hides ever qualify for garment-grade leather. The rest are filtered out early based on thickness variation, stiffness, and fiber behavior. Brahman hides, often 20 to 30% thicker than average, face this test immediately. Ask yourself, when was the last time a leather jacket felt better because it was heavier? Tanneries don't argue with strength, they price behavior. Softer hides move into jackets and gloves. Stiffer ones are quietly routed into belts, soles, and industrial use. Distribution doesn't follow reputation. It follows performance. And that raises a simple question for buyers. Are you paying for how leather lasts or how the story sounds? By now, one thing should feel clear. This story was never really about Brahman cattle. It's about how we define quality. For decades, Americans learned to respect strength, endurance, and hard work, and we carried those values straight into the grocery store and the leather shop. But modern markets don't reward effort. They reward consistency, comfort, and predictability. That doesn't make Brahman cattle bad. It makes our expectations complicated. So here's the question we'll leave you with. When you pay more, are you buying a better product or a better story? And next time you stand at the meat counter or run your hand across a leather jacket, which one actually matters to you?
This film reveals 3 truths about US beef harvesting, the massive scale of high-tech processing factories, machines that promise humane harvesting but hide flaws, and how your choices can shape health and the environment. By the end, you'll rethink your burger and learn how to act. Most Americans picture a peaceful farm when they bite into a burger, but the reality is a high-tech harvesting machine that processes thousands of cows hourly. You need to know the secrets of US beef harvesting in 2025 advanced tech, hidden practices, and impacts on your health before the meat industry changes faster than you can keep up. The US harvests 90,000 cows daily, producing 26.36 billion pounds of beef in 2025, down 2% from 2024 due to a cattle herd of 94.2 million. Nebraska leads, harvesting over 6.8 million cows yearly. The meat processing equipment market, with $11.8 billion since globally in 2025, powers this with automation. James, a Nebraska farmer with 20 years raising cows, says, "I treat my herd like family, but big harvesting plants take over and I'm powerless." Cows face crowded transport, causing stress that lowers meat quality in 15% of cases. Advanced harvesting facilities use robots and AI to monitor cows, claiming to boost efficiency and reduce pain. But what's really happening inside these plants? The next section uncovers the truth. Cows endure packed trucks before harvesting, leading to poor quality meat in 15% of cases. The Humane Processing Act requires stunning with bolts or electricity before harvesting, but violations occur in 20% of inspections. Beef harvesting dropped 2% in 2025, yet top plants process 5,000 animals daily with new tech. Robots make precise harvesting cuts, guided by AI, increasing yield by 10%. When used correctly, these tools reduce animal pain by 20%, but speed often trumps care. Maria, a Tyson Foods worker with 10 years experience, says, "Some cows are awake during harvesting and it haunts me because my kids eat this meat." Meat is injected with phosphate, adding 10% extra weight, which is legal if labelled, but may raise kidney disease risk by 5% for frequent eaters. Harvesting hurts small farmers. James says, "Big plants cut prices, nearly bankrupting my farm." The industry's high greenhouse gas emissions harm the environment. How does this affect the future of beef harvesting? Cattle numbers fell to 94.2 million in July 2025, and beef production is down 2%. Yet, harvesting tech like robotic milking keeps output high. The industry's 50 major plants produce 98% of US beef. Driving methane emissions that worsen climate change. You have options. Sarah, a Native American farmer from Oklahoma, uses regenerative harvesting. My cows graze freely, producing healthier meat without huge machines. Plant-based meat sales rose 5% in 2025. AI sensors detect diseases like mad cow, improving safety. James says, buy local to support small farms. Maria adds, I want safer meat for my family. The truth is clear, 90,000 cows are harvested daily in systems hiding flaws. Check meat labels for phosphate, demand USDA transparency, and share this video if it shocked you. Beef Secrets is trending. Your next meal can change harvesting for the better.
Cleaning a wild boar is a practical skill that can transform a fresh pig into a delicious main dish for a barbecue. Whether you're a hunter or an outdoor cook, the steps are clear and practical, helping you work efficiently and safely. Let's start with the tools and techniques to turn that pig into a hearty feast. On a typical morning, a small 50 to 70 pound wild boar is just the thing for a family gathering or weekend barbecue. The first step is to gather your tools, a sharp knife, sturdy gloves, and a rope for hanging. A reliable knife is essential. One veteran hunter swears that his diamond blade folding knife is still razor sharp after 50 wild boar hunts without needing to be refinished. A dull blade forces you to push harder, risks slipping, and can ruin your day. Start with the pig on the ground for better control, especially with a smaller animal. Focus on the hind quarters, making shallow cuts around the hocks to begin skinning. Mud and grit cling to pig hair, dulling cheap knives quickly, so a quality blade will save time and frustration. These initial cuts feel precise, allowing for a smooth process. With your feet prepared and tools in hand, you're ready to move on to the main task, building confidence as you take control of the job. The first step in processing a wild boar begins with skinning it. After the initial cuts, hang the pig by its hind legs with a sturdy rope. Gravity will help you skin it downward, peeling it like a tight glove. Starting from the back, grip the skin tightly. A clever trick is to cut small slits in the skin, creating a handle for a better grip. Pull evenly, trimming the skin that sticks to the meat. Cut from the inside of the skin to avoid hair and dirt sticking to the meat, ensuring clean meat when cooking. After skinning it in one piece, a clean carcass creates a sense of accomplishment. But gutting requires even more concentration. Wear gloves to maintain hygiene. Make a careful incision along the belly, from the pelvis to the chest, using your fingers to push the intestines in and avoid puncturing them. Puncturing the intestines can ruin the meat, so move slowly. Cut through the sternum to fully open the chest cavity. Then remove the intestines, kidneys, and other organs. Each precise cut brings you closer to a whole carcass, and the satisfaction of a job well done begins to sink in. The pig is almost ready for the fire, and you can feel the meal coming. After removing the skin and entrails, the final steps are simple but rewarding. Cut off the legs at the joints, rinse the carcass, and stand back to admire the clean, pink meat. This pig is now ready to slow roast, emitting a smoky, flavorful aroma that will draw friends and family to the table. The effort will pay off when you see the potential for an unforgettable gathering. Cleaning a wild boar is a way to honor the hunt and share it with others. The process creates a sense of grounding, connecting you to the land and the people you raised. For beginners, start with a small pig and a reliable knife like the diamond blade to make the job easier. If you're curious about more tips, check out resources like the Diamond Blade website, or connect with online hunting communities. Share your questions or ideas for future projects in the comments. Now take these steps, try them yourself, and turn that pig into a meal that brings everyone together.
Maria, a Tyson Foods worker with 10 years experience, says, "Some cows are awake during harvesting and it haunts me because my kids eat this meat." Meat is injected with phosphate, adding 10% extra weight, which is legal if labelled, but may raise kidney disease risk by 5% for frequent eaters. Harvesting hurts small farmers. James says, "Big plants cut prices, nearly bankrupting my farm." The industry's high greenhouse gas emissions harm the environment. How does this affect the future of beef harvesting?
With your feet prepared and tools in hand, you're ready to move on to the main task, building confidence as you take control of the job. The first step in processing a wild boar begins with skinning it. After the initial cuts, hang the pig by its hind legs with a sturdy rope. Gravity will help you skin it downward, peeling it like a tight glove.